And this is the Mercedes-Benz Rangers postgame show on a night that will grate on the Rangers for more than a little bit. The Grade 8 helping to spoil the Garden Party and block the extra point in the standings. 3-2 in overtime, the final. The Caps over the Rangers. Welcome inside our Delta MSG studios from the Garden alongside Steve Valiquette. I'm John Giannone. This one was this close to being a signature win for the Rangers that if this was the way the playoffs were going to go, sign everyone up for it. Yeah. But instead, the Rangers walk off the ice a little bit more dejected than they thought they were going to be for a lot of the night.
Yeah, it's a funny one because it's not a loss that you feel the Rangers gave away in any way or shot themselves in the foot. They played extremely hard for 2 periods. In the third period, they just weren't able to muster anything offensively. So, to a certain degree, that falls on the top 6. I thought the bottom 6 forwards, they played an aggressive game. They played a physical game. In a lot of ways, they set the tone for this game. Shesterkin has a game that I like as well. I was looking for a big performance from him, and overall he has a big game. I think that 3-on-3 has lost its luster, personally, from the player's standpoint, so I don't really get too carried away that way. Do you want to see an extra save or maybe a little more back check on the goal against in overtime? Yeah, but... So my takeaway is, overall, everybody should be leaving here with, you're happy you get the point, but the problem is the team that you're chasing or you're in a chase with in Ottawa, they play the 31st place team in Chicago and get 2 points, and the Rangers have a difficult schedule that we've talked about, and they land on the same night. The second place team in Washington, they're going to have a big game on Saturday, Ottawa and the Rangers. All things considered, that's a night that I don't mind. I like the night.
When you mention overtime, it was 4 minutes and about 8 seconds of what was pretty scintillating. There were a number of magic saves, one from each goaltender. And then what often happens when one team goes for it, that ends up putting too many players up the ice. If they don't score, that leads to a break the other way. And it was the Caps who cashed in on the 2-on-1.
And by the way, this is the most opportunistic team in the NHL this season statistically. They have the best shooting percentage on their rush chances. So it was rather fitting that it is a rush chance for the Rangers that doesn't go the right way and it goes the other way. And this is exactly what John just said. This is hockey in itself. You're going to have time and space now. And did I think that Mika could have closed? A little bit there. Would have helped because there was just too much time and space. When your defenseman slides, it becomes a 2-on-0. And yeah, look, you're looking for an extra save there from Shesterkin, but we're splitting hairs here.
Yeah.
I think it's tough to be critical. Overall picture, I think things are still trending in the right direction, although you want to see a win in this game.
Yeah, it's a heck of a play by Dylan Strome there to delay, get the defenseman out of the play, and then find Wilson for his 28th of the year. Let's begin the Ranger reaction. Michelle Gingras in the dressing room with Vincent Trocheck.
Just what are the emotions after that one, especially the way you guys played throughout the overtime?
Yeah, guys are disappointed, but I think there's a lot of good things to take from that game. Really good hockey team, and I thought we played really well.
Overall, just touch on what you think you did well tonight.
Defensively, I thought we were tight to our check. We didn't give anything up through the neutral zone. We protected the puck when we had possession, didn't turn pucks over at the blue lines. Got pucks in the net in the zone, pretty good on the forecheck. A lot of good things.
What did the fourth line do for you guys tonight?
Yeah, that fourth line's been great for us all year. I mean, can't say enough about Sam Carrick, the way he sticks up for his teammates, the way he's able to possess the puck, his patience. There's so many things that he brings to the game. Defensively, he's really smart. Just a all-around great player, and he's brought a whole other element to that fourth line.
He actually spoke with me in the second intermission and said the biggest thing that you guys wanted to change was the physicality in the second period. When he drops the gloves like that, just how do you rally around that? What does that do for momentum?
Anytime he does it, the guys get lifted, obviously. He's one of the tougher guys on our team, tougher guys in the league, and anytime he drops the gloves and puts his body on the line, it just shows what he's willing to do for the team, and I think anytime someone does that, it's a lift for the team.
Yeah, justifiable praise for Sam Carrick with the night he had. He mentioned the fight that he had there with in that second period, but I think it was really the goal he scored that was quintessentially what we're seeing from this fourth line as this season progresses.
Yeah, and look, I think after games, you're always looking at the game in three different ways. You're looking at the game, which we've already talked about, the team and how they're performing, and of course, the players. And when you talk about how this game set up to be played, the Rangers dictated a lot, and it started before the game. There was a lot of chirping, there was a lot of animosity. It felt, in a lot of ways, like the fever pitch you get before a playoff game. And the third and fourth line have been playing terrific, consistent hockey. They haven't hurt the Rangers at all in the last 3 months, it feels like. We have been speaking about the third and fourth line a lot more frequently than we have about the first and second line for a very long time. So I couldn't be happier with their approach, the way they dictate the pace, the way that sometimes they slow it down. And now you see Rempe getting in and making big blocks here in the third period, on top of being able to control offense and have that element where you're not going across the line. You know, Rempe's really reeled it in here. He's not doing anything that's going to put his team in jeopardy. Carrick, of course, steps up with Duhaime here, and they're going to honor the game the right way, but they're doing it in a way that isn't taking any attention away. In fact, they're really setting the table for the top six to eat, but the top six haven't eaten enough lately, and that's why the Rangers are where they are in their season.
Yeah, for sure. Top six didn't appear on the scoreboard very much tonight in this 3-2 loss. Keandre Miller did. He had an assist in one of the two Ranger goals. Here he is in the dressing room.
Yeah, that definitely hurts. Thought we did a really good job of putting ourselves in a position to win, and just came out on the wrong side.
What did you see on Sam Carrick's goal from your vantage point?
Just saw him going to the net. The bench was talking to me. Gave them this second assist on that goal. Letting me know he was coming in from the back door, so it's a great play by them.
So they were that in real time. They were directing you as to that he was there.
Oh yeah.
Just Vince was saying that there were a lot of positives that you can take from this game, and there were. You guys did a lot of things well. So how do you kind of, I guess, couple that with the emotions that you're feeling? How do you focus on those positives?
I think just taking the positives and running with them. We just played #1 team in the East. Played a solid game against them up until the final whistle. Came up a little short, but we did a lot of good things, and we can take a lot from this game.
What did Washington do well in the third period?
I think they just came in waves. I think we just, got stuck in our zone a little bit too much. Ran out of that energy and swagger we had in the first two periods, and just kind of lost our energy, I think.
Yeah, 9-3 shot advantage there in the third period. So this is how it looks as we speak. The Rangers have the same amount of points as the Ottawa Senators, 67. But the Rangers, after one day above that yellow line, are now below the cut line because the Senators have a game in hand on the Rangers. They will play each other Saturday afternoon in Ottawa. Fasten your seatbelts. And I wonder from you, Steve, does it become more difficult to see the rosier side of tonight, take the positives, as Keandre Miller said, when you only have 20 games left and you left a point on the table?
I would go for yes, but not on all things, because you're positive about your defensive approach. I'd be positive about how the bottom six played, penalty kill. I'm positive on Igor. I think he looks good right now. I think he's solid. Every player is focused on their own performance at this time of year and what they can bring. Lafreniere in his last 12 games, how many shots on goal do you think he's had? Last 12 games.
I'm going to say 16, 15?
9.
Wow. Not enough.
So no, you can't have passengers at this point. So the players must, find a way here individually so collectively there's more in the third period from your guys that are scoring. John, you went over the list of guys that had points for Washington in this game. It's their top guys. The top guys can't be dormant on this side, and that's what we've seen too much of. It's the bottom six can't be playing any better, and for a lot of the season have carried. And now it's time for the guys that are supposed to put the points up on the board. Lafreniere can't go 12 games, 9 shots. He's really been invisible. He's got to he and a few others just more. You know, and it's up to them, because you can evaluate the team and the performance and prospects all you want, but if the top guys don't score, you don't have a shot.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you look at the score sheet tonight, Dubois from Wilson, then Ovechkin from Mangiapane McMichael, and then Wilson from Strome, those are the A-listers on the second-best team in the NHL, and those were the difference makers tonight. And they were the ones who celebrated the 3-2 win.